Let's continue. Always read the question first. He said, effectively use the data to complete the statement, not to weaken. Let's see. So this means we need information to support that. Let's find what is the relation of this sentence and the preface. Again, a student is using the table as part of a social studies class presentation on the US auto industry in early 20th century. All right. That tells me what's going on. Okay. The students note that according to the table, according to means based on the information here. So that means based on all of these details, what can we conclude? So we need to check the answers on the table. The number of cars produced, here. What happened? Increased. Let's see. Increased 3 years. But what the number of companies producing cars decreased? Decreased or not? Decreased. So letter A is correct. That means you are sure about A. So don't read B and C, D. But you can just have very quick. Both of them remained is the same number without looking again. It's wrong. The number decreased. How it's increased? Wrong. Without reading the rest, both of them produced in the same how? Wrong. That's all. But very quickly, because all of these questions for low score. Now we jump. Which response from a survey given to shoppers who made a purchase at retail store best supports the explanation? So we need to find what is a research explanation. So through reading, I'm looking for what? The research explanation. And they give any detail to support this explanation. Let's read to know how to summarize the text. So external shopping codes are a type of marketing that use obvious messaging. He explained to me what means. He used Lincoln verbs to describe. Okay. And then emphasized the information to tell me what means obvious messaging. A display featuring a new product, for example, buy one, get one free offer. So obvious messaging. Okay. I'm just understand. So to entice, to attract consumers to make spontaneous purchases. Spontaneous means to buy something without thinking too much. Okay. This is the main idea what's going on. In the study, what happened? So data scientists and they found that. So the finding important to me? Yes or no? Again,
Yes.
the research is explain. Oh, your question. The explanation. What is the evidence based on the explanation? Then trying to find the items in new locations causes shoppers to move through more of the store, exposing them to more products and increasing the likelihood that to increase the probability that they will buy an item they hadn't planned on purchasing. So when we offer you a lot of products, you are confused what to buy. So it's likely, it is probably to change your plan before you come to our store to buy something you don't need it because you have a lot of options. This is explanation. We need evidence already mentioned in the text. This kind of questions we need just like explanation to point. Which situation here supports the explanation? That is, now let's read it and define what's going on. Now let's read. I need to buy some cleaning supplies, but they were not in their regular place. So what I'm going to do? I'm going to search for, you see, to move through more of the store. While I was looking for them, looks explanation, I saw this interesting notebook and decided to buy it. So I want to buy some cleaning supplies, and at the end I buy something I don't need it. or I don't plan to do it. This situation supports the main claim of the explanation, yes or no? You planned to something and then you buy something else you hadn't planned to. So that means it's correct. I wanted to buy, but I bought something else. I thought it's A, and we have evidence. Check B and C and D. Let's wait. I didn't buy everything on my shopping list. I couldn't find a couple of items, even though I looked all over. He didn't mention anything that they will buy something else. He said they didn't buy anything, so it would be wrong. The store sent me a coupon for a new brand of soap. So I came here to find out what kinds of soap that brand offers. I decided to buy a few cans because I had the coupon. So that is related. They planned to move other places and they expose them to more products. This is something else. Yes or no? So it is C. It is wrong. Now again, does this store is larger than one that's closer? Okay. It carries more products. ماشي. I came here to buy some things that the other store does not always have. We mentioned that we compare between two stores. One has and the other one doesn't have. There's not mentioned explanation. It's in the same store, but we show you many products. So this means letter D, it's not supported in the text. So what does this equation test me? We test you for skill. We give you idea, give me a situation to support it. As you know, in the poetry poems, we give you main claim and give me a quotation to support it. So that's it. So letter 8 is the best. But through first reading, summarize the most important information in the text. It said research explanation, maybe your answer must be here. So your focus must be here only. All of this just like to understand the topic to help you to find any wrong answer from them. But the main focus must be here. Any idea not mentioned here, wrong. That's it. So the test maker give you idea related to the topic general in any world of English, but not in these lines only. That's it. Here it is the same. Look, support the underlined claim only. And remember the claim is a part of sentence because all of it can bound the sentence. So my job is to read very quickly, and when I come here, summarize what's going on. Let us summarize. 2021, all right, featured works. This works dealing with an expressions of faith and spirituality in the Black community. Okay, thank you. The museum's 2022 exhibition, the name the dirt sounds. Meanwhile, opposite, look. Meanwhile, focused on Black culture in the American South from 1922. So one featured work dealing and the other one focused on the Black culture. That's why we have meanwhile. He said with a particular focus on the intersections between visual arts and music. Okay, so he said particularly or specific. Now the question, together, the two together. These exhibitions don't only, remember merely means only, don't merely highlight the diversity of the Black experience in the US. Not only, but also, look, not only, but also, but here merely, only, and here also. That means these exhibitions focus on the diversity and showcase diverse media through which artists have depicted and engage with that experience. So they focus on what? Diverse media. We need an evidence to support this claim. So we need idea related that they show, they used, they featured diverse media. Yes or no? So let's find. Between them, this one included drawings, paintings, look, photographs, sculptures, textiles, videos, costumes, music, diverse media or not? Yes. And remember, the word media, it's not only related to technology. Media, just like something you did it, whatever it is, it could be photographs, it could be drawings, it could be paintings. Media, like go between two ideas. So letter A mentioned, yes, different medias. Diverse means different, various. So letter A could be correct. But wait, this is included works by fewer than 2 dozens, all right. Whereas this one includes works by more. Okay, but the underline does not focus about the number of works. Which one fewer, which one more than. You mentioned both of them together. So letter B, it's not related to the underlined. Didn't you mention any diverse media they depicted? So B, out of target of a question. So don't think about the passage as a whole or from your mind, only the underlined. Again, this one exclusively only for this work, included works in the permanent collection of the museum. Okay, where is the diverse media for both of them? So that just means wrong. He said the works included from multiple resources. What are the resources exactly, and where are the diverse media? So it's wrong. Again, between them include works depicting more than 300 years. Okay, but the underlined mention this one related to the topic, but not related to the underlined claim. But that just means here letter D is wrong. That's why, so we focus on something the question needs it. So avoid distraction from test maker about the topic. It's opposite. The main focus is general. It's not specific this way. Feel it?
Yes.
That's why. And then you go to the infographic, you will find the same and all of the details. Let's go to discuss someone for writing. Here, for example, always look at the answers before you read. Why? To know how can I read? I'm reading for ideas, or I'm reading for structure, or I'm reading for what? Here you find the verbs, so you must find the subject. So you should read the sentence from full stop to full stop. So let's read. Yes or no?
Yes.
What is the sentence? From the full stop, this one. So I am going to read only this part. To like to learn how to read. I read this one very quickly, just only to collect information. But here, and I know in writing skills that the writer can start with phrase, and the phrase can be past participle phrase, present participle phrase, past participle verb plus ed, present participle verb plus ing. So your sentence starts with this one, and after it, the subject, the verb complement, complete sentence. So what is created by businessman William A. G. Brown? Saloon. So here I need phrase, not complete verb. So without thinking, it must be A or C, because B complete verb and letter D complete verb. So I need past participle or present participle. Now check. Present participle looks for action happening right now. The saloon was past, yeah, but must be past. Yes or no?
Yes.
That is idea. So I read only the sentence because the question tests me for subject verb agreement or structure. So why should I read here? I only read to understand what's going on. Ideas only. That's it. Now for number 20. Always look at the answers. We have semicolon. We have colon. Is before them complete sentence or fragment? But wait, we read only the sentence. So I read only the sentence of the question. Don't look here. Now test your mind. Is this part, complete sentence or fragment? Fragment because there, but wait, her innovative tones popularized. Is that a sentence? So I think it is sentence, yes. Her innovative poems popularized. Okay, it's a sentence or not? Yes, we have subject and we have verb. As you can see, poems popularized, became famous. It's a simple sentence, so it's a character. Okay, but after semicolon, it must be complete sentence. After the colon, it can be complete or incomplete. I'm just checking the rules. Now check, is this part sentence or fragment? I told you to know the sentence from the fragment, delete the phrases, delete the clauses, delete the non-essential information, and then check the rest of the sentence. Let's try. Of Jamaican preposition phrase delete, non-essential between two parentheses delete, preposition delete. Now, is this part sentence? No, it's only subject. There is no verb. So it's a fragment, so it's wrong. So this part, fragment, not complete sentence. So A is wrong. That's it. Again, now letter D. Letter D, we don't care about the information after calling. It can be complete or not. But information after calling, is it explanation to something before? Is this part to tell us how the poems popularized? Why popularized? Anything related to something before the calling? No. So here after the calling is not explanation. Now B or C, let's check. Do we have any reason for this comment? I told you about a common mistake. A common mistake. Like that. Subject, verb, object. Here, popularized. Popularized what? The use of Jamaican. If you put comma between the verb and the object, wrong. Now, comma after the subject, between the subject and verb only, wrong. Because it's called a fragment. You separate the subject from the verb. So B, common mistake to separate the verb from the object. So B is wrong. Now letter C, it's correct. It checks C. Poems popularized. Popularized what? The use of Jamaican Creole. What is Creole? Spoken language in literature. The letter C is correct. That's why. So, do you know, we follow the rules, we check the rules and answers. But very cool. The same trick. Look at the answers. I found the verbs. So find the subject, find the object. But remember, we read only the sentence, this part, because we need to focus on what does it mean. So I can read this part and just like very quickly, or don't read it. But the test maker give it to you to help you to understand the meaning. Now again, he said it is an example of anti-meta poem. What's it? Comma, and then a positive phrase. That means in all of these, a positive phrase to describe what is anti-meetable. Now, a writing technique that what? Writing technique. So that relative pronoun. So technique, subject. So we need verb. Technique is singular. So we need singular, so letter D. This is called rules. And I told you about a common hack, educated guess. Hack means a guess, to take risk. If you find the plural, three plural, wrong. Three singular, wrong. Here we have three plural. But you should read before taking risk. So letter D correct. That's it. Again. And this kind of trick I told you about it, the direct question or indirect questions. Most common in the tests, it's indirect. We don't need a question. But don't follow the hack and to delete B and C. You must read because sometimes we give you questions. But let's find. Researchers admit humor and okay, investigated how. So this is not a question. We tell you they investigated how something happened. So the writer does not ask you as a reader question, just give you information. So it's not a question. So B and C without thinking wrong. Now again, this is a form of a question, helping verb, subject, main verb. As normal when we ask you, do you follow me? Do you follow me? Verb, helping verb, subject, main verb. This is a form of a question. So we need a question mark. Why do we have full stop? So letter A is wrong. Do you imagine it? So it must be letter D. A check D. It's a sentence. So we have subject, verb, and then object. This is order of sentence, not a question. So we have full stop and related to the context. So letter D is right. All of these are common mistakes in any tests to help you to delete the code. Again, look at the answers. We find the verb, so find the subject. So I'm going to read only the sentence again and again from full stop to full stop. So you should not read this part if you need my advice. So such quotidian objects. What are they? Non-essential information. You see, non-essential information. They tell you what is it, which is or are depicted in X quasi detailed by, okay, don't care. So such objects, a painter celebrated for his materialism, comma. So remember, we have subject, comma, non-essential information, comma, non-essential information, comma, verb. Look here, we have comma, 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 comma. So we need verb for this subject. So your subject must be here only. Your subject must be noun, such, pronoun, a preposition, delete, quotidian adjective, delete. So your subject is object. Object is plural. So we need plural. So letter D. Again, the hack again, singular, singular, singular. So all of them wrong. This is your way to think. Catch it? Now it's your turn. Answer 24.
B.
So you think it's B, but why?
Yeah.
So what is your sentence? From full stop to full stop. So we are not so lucky because all of it one sentence. But wait, we have full stop. A check. Is this part is from the beginning here to the end? Is this sentence? And is this part sentence? I must find the subject and the verb and the complement to check is this sentence or fragment. Now I'm checking. This subject here is noun verb and then yes, to the full stop complete. So that means this following one it's a sentence. Why? Now check. Creation so small that they are best viewed through microscope. So he put phrases, comma, and then the sentence. Sculptures are made. But that is a new sentence or not? Yes. That means you have to complete sentence. With comma only, comma splice mistake, so be wrong. Without any punctuation, run on mistake, a wrong. Comma from boys, we need comma. Where is the comma? No commas, so this is wrong. Imagine. Remember, we have a common hack that if you found the end only between two complete sentence, delete it. Because most common in the exam, we need comma. So it must be comma from boys. Here we have and. Expected to be two clauses. So delete it. That's what. Again, try 25.
B.
So letter B is the best answer. That's why. Now check. Is before complete sentence? Yes. This one. Subject verb with sentence. If you start a new sentence again, comma splice. No punctuation, run on. But wait, why D is wrong? Number one, we have calling. Before complete, yes. After the calling, it's explanation. It's correct, but we don't need it is. So it is redundant. So the punctuation correct, but after it's redundant. So letter D is wrong. So now B. That means from the word because to the end, it's a complex sentence. Subordinated conjunction because two clauses joined by comma. That is. Now 26. Let me help you. Number one.
A.
So you think it's A, but let's prove why. Now, where are the two ideas that I should focus on? The preface sentence, this part, full stop, and then the new one to this one. At least this mean focus. So he said here, they propose that scientists avoid using the term life, and researchers should use another word. So instead of using this word, use this word. But wait, previously means the second action happened before the first action. Because you said previously. Okay, this is the second one happened after the first one. So this is opposite. Regardless means the second one opposite. It's not opposite. So letter B is wrong. There means second action happened in a place mentioned in one because it said there in the place. But this does not make sense. So letter C is wrong. But instead, imagine it like that. Instead of avoiding using the term, they used another word. So letter D is correct. So I tried to answer it without reading this part. But why the test maker give it to me? Just like to help you to understand the topic. You feel it? So always focus on the previous sentence and following sentence. Now try again. If you answered correctly, we'll go for fun.
D.
So letter D is the best answer. You found any evidence for contrastive ideas? No. Second one example? No. An example how he mentioned here the past. Here he said is able. Found it? Is addition to the
Yes.
claim wrong? So it's A. That is the point. It's answer 28 and then finish, I promise. But let me answer it. Number one, I must look for the sentences. So I found here this is the following, and that is the preface. So I must focus on this primarily. But the preface just like quickly break it together with okay, who was working, look, modifier working who after the comma subject, analyze data about okay. Now she found that the snowpack and what set the amount of snow on ground. Okay, snowpack what was deepest early March. Look, I'm summarizing to myself. Subject, verb. In early March at lower elevations. Okay. At higher elevations, the snowpack is deepest in mid-March. What does that mean? In other words, it's the following the same for the preface. Does not make sense. He said the snowpack was deepest in early March. You see, lower elevations. Here at higher, oh, look, comparison, lower and higher. So that means it's not the same. It's not an example. It's not summary, of course, because summary it means I'm summarize the same idea, but it's not. So it's on the other hand. This is so
Mm-hmm.
transition words help me to organize the ideas, to know how the author organized the ideas between the following sentence and the preface. That's why. So I didn't focus on the additional information, only to understand. That's it. I didn't focus on this as one. So if you don't know any word here, don't care. We're only about the preface and following. And you should find that's it.
Okay.
Then do test number 3 and test number 4 as additional practice. Try to answer as much as you can, but don't stress yourself. Only when you find any 3 minutes, answer anything.
Okay.
And if you need my piece of advice, I can send you some revision for vocab and the notes to revise. Is that okay?
What?
Yeah, I'm going to collect some notes and send it to you to revise and then answer.
Okay.
Now, have a nice time and stay safe.